Greetings Condors, this is Conman 101, and you may be wondering, what's this behind me? It is a couch. Believe it or not, that's what these things are called. I figured I would just put this here to make it look a little more roomy. Anyway, I'm going to be playing some Would You Rather today, and I'm doing it on my iPad because I can't do it on my phone. I can't record videos on my iPad because I have my intro and my outro on here, not to mention I have my app that lets me like edit on my phone as well. So anyway, new couch I'm going to be sitting on, and let's get into the Would You Rather. The first one is spend one day being the richest person in the world, or spend one day having a superpower of my choice. Spending a day being the richest person in the world, you'd literally be able to buy anything you wanted. But if you spent one day having a superpower of your choice, I mean, it could do you a lot of, it could do a lot of good to for a lot of people. But if you were a superhero for only one day, it wouldn't really do that much. So I'd have to pick the selfish route and do the richest person one. 100%, really? Okay, how do you move on? WWE 2K16 or NBA 2K? NBA by far. Okay, that one's 54. That's a little more reasonable. I want Apple, not the fruit. I want Microsoft. Probably Apple. I've always just liked their products more. I'm not sure which one is worth more, but I'd say Apple is probably worth more. Yeah, 72% said Apple. I wish I could show you guys the screen, but I tried so many screen recorder apps, and none of them actually record the screen. They say they do, but they just record the audio, and it's really annoying. I'm trying. If anyone knows where I can get a screen recorder app, please tell me. Would you rather win the Royal Rumble match or win the Money in the Bank ladder match? I only know enough about WWE to be able to tell what these matches are. I absolutely hate wrestling and watching wrestling and everything. It seems like a complete waste of time. They're faking all of it. They'd all be dead if they weren't all faking it, but I don't know, Royal Rumble maybe? 67% said the Money in the Bank one, but again, I don't know anything. Drink 7-Up, drink Canadian Dry Ginger Ale. I've heard that that's actually tastes really good. I should try it sometime. It sounds kind of sort of appealing, I don't know, but probably 7-Up. 73% said 7-Up. So next question is, be an animal of your choice for one day, or be an object of your choice for one day. Probably an animal, because what object would you want to be? I can't think of a random object I would want to be. Oh crap, it crashed. I hope it's not going to be one of those games. It's on a different one, but I would have said be an animal of your choice, but I'm not sure what anyone else said. Drink root beer for the rest of your life, or drink Pepsi for the rest of your life. Pepsi, because I've always liked it more. I've never really been that big of a fan of either. I've always liked Mountain Dew, like my go-to drink. Probably Pepsi. Yeah, 75% said Pepsi. So I hope this isn't an app that crashes. I should really start buying games instead of getting all the free ones. Be a goblin or be a troll. No one likes trolls. I'm talking like modern language. Probably be a troll. Nope. 56% said goblin. What's the difference? I don't read that many fantasy. I mean, I read a lot of fantasy books, but not enough to know the difference. I know trolls are shorter or something. Skrillex dubstep or One Direction? Dubstep, because One Direction is kind of annoying. Yeah, more people say dubstep. Be really obese and have to work it all off, or be as thin as a model but be too tired and hungry to go anywhere. Probably be really obese and have to work it all off, because then once you're thin you can do whatever you want. And it crashed again. Okay, so let's see if this one works a little better or at all. Oh my gosh, look at this. It takes up like half of the screen. Would you rather always run or always crawl? Always run, because you never get anywhere if you crawl. You'd be really tired, but at least you could get somewhere in life. 72.81, okay. Would you rather live until 80 in poverty or live until 40 in riches? This is tough. I want to live longer, but you don't really have the opportunity to live if you live in poverty. So I'm gonna choose live 40 Not because of the riches part, but just because you can't really have that much of a life if you live in poverty. Yeah, more people agreed. Stare at the sun for 2 minutes or drink a liter of scalding water. That is not something that you should ever have to choose between. So if you drank a liter of scalding water, you'd be dead probably. Because you'd literally destroy your throat. You'd destroy like a lot of your systems just by doing that. But if you stare at the sun for 2 minutes, you'd just be blind. Yeah, more people said that. Are you gonna go to the next one? Only use a Mac. Only use a Windows PC. Use a Mac. Really? More people said Windows PC. Surprising. Okay, if I don't touch the screen at all, it works. Choose a Nintendo DS or choose a PSP. Nintendo DS is way better. Really? Isn't a PSP like PlayStation? There's a PlayStation Vita. I don't know what the PSP is for. I mean, I've heard of it before, but I don't know exactly what it is. Admit all your guilty pleasures to friends and family. Never partake in any of your guilty pleasures again. I mean, like, I don't have any, like, terrible guilty pleasures or anything. Well, obviously, I'd admit them because I don't have guilty pleasures. Oh my gosh, I just did it again. Okay, let's try this one. Now it's this way. Apparently this one was designed for the iPhone. Be caught with sauce on your face. Be caught with something in your teeth. Probably something in your teeth. Okay, I think I finally got one that works. Okay, so